Hello everyone, we're iFuture. iFuture is an application software house. We cater our products and services to the travel industry. Our business is to provide our own turnkey commercial products and custom software solutions to our travel partners to power the business to success. We have two turnkey products. They are SearchGDS and Excel2APF. SearchGDS is a large-scale internet airfare booking engine. Excel2APF is a fare uploader using Microsoft Spreadsheet to upload paper contract fares to Travelport GDS. Both products support Apollo, Galileo, and WorldSpan. Both products are designed for consolidators, online travel agencies, and tour operators, and both products are powered by Travelport technologies. The biggest challenge in providing a consolidator online booking engine is to provide all the fares of all the carriers, as most sub-agents would like to compare all available fare prices to find the least expensive. However, finding all the fares of all the carriers requires processing time. To save resources, many booking engines compromise by providing a summary of historical fare prices of carriers, and then prompting the user or sub-agent to select 2 or 3 carriers to fare search. The problem is that the fare quotes of the selected carriers may not give the cheapest. The strength of our booking engine, SearchGDS, is that we don't just find the least expensive published fares, but many different types of private fares, such as JCB, ITX, or APF, that is agency uploaded paper contract fares. We also find all the fares of all the carriers. We fare search all the trip types: one-way, return trip, or multi-stops with or without open jaws, double open jaws. All the above are done in one pass in less than 25 seconds, no matter how complicated the itinerary is. This is the data flow of our booking engine. Since we want to find all the fares, including paper contract fares, in the GDS all at once, we must upload the paper contracts into GDSs first. To accomplish this, we use our product Excel2APF to upload the fares. The advantage of using Excel2APF to upload fares is that it uses Excel spreadsheet, which is a very efficient means to input data, and with the data, one can upload it very quickly to GDS. As the fares is uploaded in the GDS, we can now search for all the paper contract fares, published fares, together with the paper contract fares all at once. It is a very efficient and fast way of looking for fares. As an agent inputs the city pair data to initiate booking, fare search is immediately performed within the GDS with multi-threads to provide fast processing. Once the fare quotes are found, we push the data to a discount calculator to modify the price before we display all the fares. The discount markup calculator examines fare parameters such as carriers, seat classes, flight numbers, dates of traveling, stopovers, etc., to ensure that positive margins can be added to the private fares. Discounts can be applied on published fares to form commissionable published fares. There's also consortium discount in the discount calculator. Consortium discount is specifically designed for consolidators and online travel agencies. Consortium discount gives us the multi-level discount capability in our system. A consolidator can provide differential discounts to consortium agencies in our B2B system. Multi-level discount and markup also allow a consolidator or OTA to white label the same system to other agencies or tour operators as a B2B2C system. A B2C system can also be provided if the consolidator wants to distribute the same booking engine directly to consumers. Next, we'll present 4 examples. The first is to illustrate our product Excel2APF that uses an Excel spreadsheet to model Cathay Pacific discount fares from Canada to Vietnam. Once it's uploaded, we'll fare search it in real time in example 2. Example 2 is to illustrate our booking engine, SearchGDS. We'll fare search a simple return trip from Vancouver, Canada to Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. The third is to illustrate booking engine's capability to search multi-stop routing together with 2 openjaws, as illustrated here. The fourth example is to illustrate our booking engine's reporting capabilities. Let's proceed. The first thing we would like to show is our spreadsheet. This is the spreadsheet to be prepared to upload to the Excel2APF so that the paper contract fares of the Cathay Pacific going from Western Canada to Vietnam can be uploaded. We will apply a label called test to this particular contract. Under the fares category, we define 5 different fares, all round trip of adults and economy class with different fare bases corresponding to different seat classes. Also, the fare prices are different because of the different seat classes and fare bases. The currency is in CAD. Because of our pseudo city code is for CAD, we've uploaded the fares under CAD. However, once the fare is uploaded into the GDSs, we can search these fares in our own booking engine for any currency that we would like to display, provided we configure the very specific currency that we want to see. Also, we define that the zones from the departure city is Vancouver, YVR, and Zone 2, which are the destinations, are SGN, Hanoi. SGN stands for Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. Aside from the fares, we also define routings going to Hong Kong first and then taking CX and other interline carriers such as KA with different classes under KA to the destinations. We also define seasons. The seasonalities are August to November, December to March. Aside from these, very few data is further defined since the contract does not call for any specific code shares, which is another fare category, and in blackout we leave it blank. Aside from maximum stay being 3 months for maximum stay, we have hardly defined anything else. Altogether, there's a total of 20 columns that we've defined, and the whole contract has taken us approximately 15 minutes to define. Now that we have a contract that's defined, let's upload it. How do we do that? We go to File and save this file as a CSV file. CSV file is available in Excel spreadsheet, and CSV stands for comma delimited file. As we've saved it, we are ready to upload the file. As we can see that Microsoft Excel comma separated values file is what we have just saved. Let's upload it now. In here we call up our Excel2APF. On the screen we can see that there's choose file. As we click on it, we'll specify the file that is comma separated values file that we've just created as the file that we would like to upload. And as we click on the submit button, the file is immediately submitted to Travelport, and within 2 seconds we can see that the test paper contract is successfully uploaded. Now that it's successfully uploaded in the GDS, let's search for it. As we call up SearchGDS and clicking on the fare search, we have a screen consisting of 3 tabs asking us to define whether it's return flight, one-way, or multi-stop. Under the return flight, we define Vancouver to Ho Chi Minh City on these dates. From here on, we click on the submit button. The submit button will invoke the fare searching. We put up an animated GIF file just to show you the time of processing. In most cases, one would replace this animated GIF file by marketing messages in a file so that the audience can see what's happening with our consult data. Within 18 seconds, we found a total of 7 carriers, and a total of 151 fares. In the summary, the cheapest fare is listed first. CI is China Airlines. With one stop, it's priced at $11.26, being the cheapest fare. Next to it is Air Canada, followed by Japan Airlines and Cathay Pacific. The most expensive is on the right-hand side. And this summary is actually listed in real time according to the 151 fares that we found. They're compared and then summarized here. Below the summary is filter. We can apply the filter to specify the connecting time to be no more than 4 hours, and immediately the fares will be narrowed down to less than 151. As an example, we have all these plating carriers which are outlined by blue color, and the rest of the carriers are interline carriers. Supposedly, we don't want to see any of these fares of such carriers. We can uncheck all of them. Immediately all the fares will be gone. Then we check on Cathay Pacific, and Cathay Pacific fares will reappear. We can see that there's quite a number of fares, and the cheapest is being listed first, followed by the second cheapest. The prices are, the first price is total, including taxes, and the base prices. The base prices could be prices with modified markup and discount depending on the fare types. In the case of on the right hand side, one would see that these are the fare types: N fares for negotiated fares and P fares for published fares. So as we zero into the N fares, negotiated fares, we can see a symbol B, which stands for a marked up user uploaded negotiated fares. So we know that this fare is likely the fare that we're looking for, which is the paper contract fare that we've uploaded. $9.55 is the base price, and this base price is actually a modified base price. In other words, a markup has been added. As you recall, there's a discount and markup calculator that we have illustrated before. Clicking on the green button, we would look into the details of this fare. One can see that for the outbound flight there are 3 choices, 1 or 2 or 3. All 3 different flights involve stopping in Hong Kong, with arrival time and total amount of travel time, the type of airplanes, distance, the alliance button, and to the very right we also see red buttons. As the cursor is laying over the red button, a message appears: long layover, 9 hours and 30 minutes, versus a blue button which tells us that there's a short layover, being 1 hour and 50 minutes. By combining the different available flights in the outbound with the inbound, one forms a fare, all under the price of $13.37. And if one wants to see the rules, one can click on the rules button. As one click on book, a PNR will immediately be created. In the event that one doesn't like these fares, one wants to have flexibility, one can alter the date of departure or arrival and resubmit, and within 20 seconds the fare would be found again. Let's proceed to see a more complicated fare quote. In the case of a multi-stop fare quote, we have prepared an example of going from Washington to Zurich, Zurich to Brussels. There's an open jaw between Brussels and Amsterdam. From Amsterdam, one flies to Heathrow in London. From London, one goes to New York. Clicking on the Submit button, the clock reappears, telling us how much time is required for processing this complex itinerary. Note that there is no prompt for the user to specify any carrier. Within 9 seconds, we found a total of 4 carriers for this very complicated itinerary, with a total of 11 fares, British Airways being the cheapest and Swiss Air being the most expensive. Scrolling down the screen, one can see the different fares. Here, the very first cheapest British Airways appear as the first fare, followed by the second cheapest Lufthansa, $21.40, and then subsequently British Airways appear again, but being more expensive than other Lufthansa fares. And the most expensive being Swiss Air. And interestingly, one can see that there's complete zero stop, there's no transit stop at all for every single 4 sectors of Swiss Air, as the system tells us that there's 0, 0, 0, 0 for 4 sectors. Opening this fare just for examination, one can see that for the first sector there's only one possibility, but for the second sector they're all direct flights. There are 5 choices and all in lighter colors. And then the second and the third sectors are flown by American Airlines but operated by British Airways. In the very last sector, one can see that there are 8 different flights. Since there's a lot of choices, the system automatically shows that there's a filter appearing. It knows that there are many flights. So one can actually make use of the filter to say, I don't want to see morning departure flights. By clicking on it, the system immediately screens out all the morning flights to facilitate the agent to click on which flight one wants to have. Similarly, if one wants to alter any of the dates of departure or arrival, one can resubmit and one can then look for other fare quotes. Let's proceed to see our analytics. In here, we define that there's a from date to date for a period. During this period, we would like to see the PNR summary. So as we click on the display, the system goes straight into the database to look for all the data and data mine all the PNRs. Over this period, one can see that for each day, one can see that there's a report of how many searches. In this case, it's 182 searches and 4 PNRs made. Of the 4 PNRs, only 1 has turned into tickets. Below this graph, there's summary of ratios. 27% for PNR overpaid. In other words, there's only 1 ticketed PNR, or 27 ticketed PNR, out of 100 PNRs created, and only 1 paid PNR out of 100 searches. Such ratio will give one an idea of the performance over different periods. Supposedly, I would like to see what are the most popular destinations during this period. I click on destinations. The system immediately tells me that Manila is the most popular during this period, followed by Hong Kong. If I would like to see who are the sub-agents who have been doing the search, creating a PNR, and making sales during this period, I could click on sales by agents, and one can see that the best agent would be by this name, who has searched for 56, who has made 56 searches, and out of the 56, 8 PNRs are created and 3 are sold. Aside from all these reports, one can also see very complicated reports which would be difficult to display in graphics. However, they would be exported into Excel spreadsheet in such a way that one can make use of Excel spreadsheet to generate any analysis one wants. For example, I would like to see the registration. In this way, a very elaborate Excel spreadsheet will be provided to show who are the agents who are no longer on the site, what's the duration of how many days they stay on the site. All pertinent information will be data mined to report to the consult data. Let's do a wrap-up of what we have illustrated here. Our booking engine can find all the fares of all the carriers for all trip types all at once in one single pass. Fare search is very fast. It offers multi-level discounts and markups specifically for consult data and OTA. It can upload paper contract fares very efficiently using Excel to APF. It has an extensive reporting capability for comprehensive self-analysis. Our products, SearchGDS and Excel to APF, both powered by Travelport Technologies. our company, iFuture. Thank you.